Hi, my Roman Empire is the Incan Empire, and I want to tell you why. First of all, Cusco is my favorite place on earth. Cusco, actually, the entire Sacred Valley is genuinely my favorite place on earth. I've been lucky enough to go to Peru multiple times, and I will go back as many times as I can. This whole trip from Cusco through the Urubamba River Valley all the way up to Machu Picchu, 10 out of 10, no notes. The Inca built walls and foundations and entire buildings that are still standing today, and that's after multiple earthquakes, and that's after the destruction, the intentional destruction by the Spanish. The foundations are still standing, and the rest of the buildings would be if the Spanish hadn't literally just like taken them down block by block. This is Coricancha, the Temple of the Sun, which was then turned into a monastery by the Spanish, because of course it was. This is probably what it would have originally looked like, but when the Spanish got there, they just had an order to like melt down all the gold, turn it into bars, send it back home to Spain. The Spanish also built up new walls to cover up the Inca ones or on top of the Inca foundations to build their monastery. And when multiple earthquakes came through in different centuries, all the way up to the 20th century, the Spanish walls always fell down. Inca walls and Inca foundations stayed standing. They did this with no mortar, no cement, nothing to like stick these stones together. The Inca also determined that the trapezoid shape was the best for building, especially doorways. It was kind of naturally earthquake proof. Turned out they were right. The Inca cosmology and kind of belief system also believed that the world that we were living in, the world of kind of people and power, was the world of the puma. They then thought that when you died, you went to kind of the underworld of the snake, and it was associated with water, but it wasn't like hell. The Spanish kind of tried to explain it like hell, but it wasn't. And then you like ascended into the world of the condor. Anyway, if you look at Cusco, the original building of like Cusco, the town that it would have been when it was the capital of the Inca Empire, from above, what shape is it in? Puma. And then you go from Cusco, the center of political power, the center of like the land of the living, you go along the massive, beautiful Urubamba River, snake-like, right? And then you ascend up to Machu Picchu, which some people say from the top is like, was intentionally built in the outline of a condor. I don't know if that's true, but it's definitely like the land of the clouds and the birds, right?